Hey everyone, Carrie Beck here with Family eBiz, where we help families start and scale their business to find freedom in their lives to do the things that they are called to do, the things that they actually really enjoy. Hey, we are talking a little bit today about email lists. I have so many people, or not so many, but I have a fair number of people in our mastermind group, and they're like, my people don't respond. My people don't respond to the emails. And so we're going to talk a little bit about how do we engage the people on our email list? How do we convert them from just a reader to a buyer? How do we just get them to respond anyway? You see, you have to understand that the list size doesn't matter if no one's buying. So we're going to talk about how we fix that. Your list could be 100 or it could be 10,000. But if no one is clicking, what's the point? So we're going to talk about the real secret to profitable email lists today. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, wherever you're listening to this, would you just take a second, click the subscribe button? That way we can get this out to more and more families so they can find freedom in their lives as well. And it would mean the world to me if you would share this with one person. Maybe you have a friend that is really struggling with their email list. They think it's too small. If you have I think around 200, 250, you can start to make money off of that list. So let's talk about this. You have to understand, you could have 100,000 subscribers and not be making a sale. That means you got the wrong people on your list. They're the wrong ones. They're not engaged, or maybe they're just really confused about what you are offering them. So, what makes an email list profitable? I'm going to give you a few things. Number one, the right people. You don't just want a whole bunch of people. I don't need all the freebie seekers. I want people that connect with me and I can help them find changes in their lives. So you want the right people, not just a big list. Next, we need to realize that an email list is a relationship, and relationships get better over time. People usually don't buy immediately. They want to get to know you. They want to know, like, and trust you before they pull out their wallet and give you their credit card number. And so we have to realize that this needs to be consistently touching base with them. There are times I email my list every day, and there are other times I email them once a week, maybe twice a week. I rarely ever go a whole week without emailing either one of my lists. You need to have some consistency. So that you need the right people, you need relationships over a time period, clear offers and timing. You need to make your offers need to go along with your people. Like, okay, I have a homeschool business, and there was a time I would give homemaking and all sorts of things. I thought, well, they're moms. And so that was true, but it really did not line up with who I was and what I was doing. So now I really make sure my offers go along with my audience. You want them to be completely relevant. And then so right people, relationships over time, clear offers and timing, engagement metrics. Are you looking at your stats? Stats are sexy. They sure are sexy when you open that shopping cart and you see all those sales. Do you look at the metrics in your email service provider? What are the open rates? What are the click-through rates? Those matter more than how big your subscriber count is. A smaller list that is active and clicking is going to be much better than a big one that people are not clicking as well. In fact, we even weed out people that have not clicked in 6 months, and we just take them off our list because it's dragging down our list, but we just take those people off. And we want people that are engaged as well. It's sort of like a garden. Let's be really honest. A garden grows best when you tend it, when you plant the right seeds, when you show care to it, you prune what no longer serves, and you add the things that are helping those plants grow. There was a guy, and I don't know if any of y'all heard of him. It was back in 1936. His name was Dale Carnegie. You get the Carnegie speaking classes from him as well. He wrote a book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. He said, personal connection, not flashy techniques, but personal connection was the way to influence people. Are you making a personal connection with people? I have to be honest. When I first started, I didn't never want to be too transparent because I didn't want anyone to know that I had a problem. And yet, the more I have been transparent, the more open I have been with my list, the more they have responded to me. I've also been very outspoken about my faith. Y'all know I am a person of faith, and that just goes through every aspect of my life. And so I want to make sure, you know, people of faith, they're going to be attracted to me. People that aren't are going to go on down the road and find someone else, and that's okay. This applies to your email as well. Dale Carnegie says, um, personal connection, influence. Email, add personal connections into your emails. You convert more by making people feel safe, making them feel seen, making them feel wanted as well and understood, not just broadcasting a whole bunch of promotions. So how do we develop that connection? We're talking about engage and convert. How do we develop a connection over just the volume, having a whole big list? Here are some little tips that I'm going to say. You need to write like you talk. I try to make my emails very conversational. They would not pass an English essay grade, but that's okay because that is not the purpose of my emails. It is to be now for me. I want it to be like sitting down and having coffee with another homeschool mom or with some of y'all. I want to sit down. I have actually had coffee with people around town that are trying to start an online business, and we sit down and it's very casual conversational. So write like you talk. When you write, you are not writing to an audience. I was working with a nonprofit and they always wanted to do everything so like big picture thing. I'm like, you are writing to one person. Imagine that person when you are writing to them. And I will actually try to imagine someone that I personally know as I'm writing that email as well. So, write like you talk, you're writing to one reader with one message. You don't need 10 messages. A confused mind does not buy. And if you have 10 things for them to do in an email, they're going to get confused and they're just going to delete your email and move on. Stories work, stories connect, stories they get to see behind the scene peaks of what's going on. And your audience can see that you might really struggle with some things. Use the word you more than I. I try to write about, I write to a person and I say you. Sometimes I'll say we, but I try to personalize it. Hey, you might want this. Oh, did you see this? I don't say, I did this for you. I'm like, here's what you will discover. All right. Short paragraphs and easy formatting. You know, when the printing press was invented, they realized they had to do some formatting so that it would break things up. You need to do the same thing in your email as well. You want to build trust with your subscribers through consistency. So let's talk about it. Write like you talk, one reader, one message, stories work, use you more than I, short paragraphs, simple formatting, super easy. And sometimes we need to realize, again, it's not the big list, it is connecting with the right people. Back in 1997, Apple did a Think Different campaign. They did not have the biggest customer base, but they focused connecting deeply with the right kind of people. And let's face it, Apple people are faithful. They're not going to get anything else. And so they did a good job of connecting deeply. They did a lot of other good things too, but they connected deeply with the right people. Their conversion and loyalty rates soared. So you don't need a massive list. You don't need the biggest list of all the tech providers or the biggest homeschool list or the biggest health industry or whatever. You just need the right message to the right audience. So what are some tweaks that you could do? Super simple, better subject lines. And I forgot, I'm going to put this in the show notes. I have an ebook, 37 best subject lines that you can grab for free. And I'm not going to go into it. You just go grab it. It's going to show you exactly how you can improve your subject lines. Because if they see the subject line, they may be more likely to open it. A clear call to action. Do you have a call to action in every single email you send? If you're multitasking, come back. Do you have a clear call to action in all of your emails? and it should be helping them solve their problem. And then you need to pre-frame any offers. So better subject lines, clear call to actions, and you may need to pre-frame. You may need to take care of some mindset issues. Shift their beliefs with your emails before they land on the offer page, before you pitch them. Use stories, use examples. They will remember the stories, and then that'll be a little hook for them to remember what you're teaching them. And then look to see what is the gap between you and them, and how can we bridge that gap? That's what we really need. It's an invisible bridge, and you've got to figure out do I how do I bridge that gap that they're not seeing the need for whatever it is they're offering. You need to position this as just the next step. Just like if you're listening to this podcast, I might just put something. I haven't really thought about it. Something you could buy that would help you. Actually, I am going to put it in here. I have got my email marketing secrets. It is an ebook. It is for sale. It will be a special price right here on this podcast. So go grab that, and that can help you because that is the natural progression. I can only say so much in a 10 or 15-minute podcast. In that ebook, it's going to give you step by step some ideas that you can do. I cover these ideas, but I cover many, many more. See what I'm doing? I am pre-framing. This is on a podcast, but you can pre-frame in your emails as well. Don't just sell the product. Sell the belief that it will help them win. And I'm going to be really honest. The things that I put in that email marketing secrets book, those are things I actually did to grow my list. Now, I do have a big homeschool list right now. I think it's 23,000. I need to like clean it up because there's some people that don't ever open my emails. Well, I don't need to be sending emails to those people as well. So, it is something that I think can truly help you if you want to go ahead and grab that as well. And then finally, list engagement tips. 2 tips for you. If you haven't been emailing on a regular basis or in a long time, I would do some sort of re-engagement campaign, something that really sucked them into whatever you are. Maybe it's a 5-day challenge, something to get them to come back to you and start reading and clicking the links in your email. And this other thing, engagement. Tell personal stories. That's what people relate to. I get more responses from my emails that have an actual personal story in them as well. So engagement tips, you might need to set up a re-engagement campaign of some sort, and then always include stories. Have I been sending stories? I'm going to go back and check and see the ones that I've got set up that are coming out. So y'all check me and see if I've got some stories in that email. So what are some conversion boosting email twigs? Better subject lines, clear call to action, and pre-frame your offers. And if you've got engagement issues, they're not clicking or they're not opening, then if they're not opening, you need to go back to the subject line because they're not interested. All right. If they're not clicking, maybe they're confused and it's not clear what you want them to do. Engagement. You may need to do a simple re-engagement campaign, and you definitely need to be telling stories. Now, I just told you about some free lead magnets that you can go get, 37 subject lines. They'll be in the subject in the show notes, and my email marketing secrets ebook that lots of y'all may already have it, but it has a lot of information that can help you in growing your email list and growing engagement as well. Hey, thanks for spending time with me. I am Carrie Beck with Family eBiz. We'll talk to you next time.